Whoa! Hey guys, TJ Games here.
Hey, explain Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Copy that! Okay, so Star Wars The Force Awakens is the new Star Wars made by Disney Incorporated. Disney made the new Star Wars, not LucasArts, because, LucasArts just wants money. And so they made a new Star Wars about Rey and Finn, Captain Phasma, the freaking what's his name? Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma are the leaders of the New Order and that one guy who no one really cares about. In the arms of the angel. Traitor. Star Wars The Force Awakens is the 7th Star Wars to come out, and it's made by Disney, and so there's Rey and Finn. Those are like the two main characters, and Kylo Ren, obviously, because it's kind of weird. And so what happens is they're on Jakku. Rey is on Jakku, and so is Poe Dameron for some weird reason. Poe Dameron's a ship pilot, and Poe Dameron has this little droid named BB-8 because he's a ball and he likes to roll around two balls things. And he gives him the map to Luke Skywalker because Luke Skywalker's been missing. And then the First Order, that's Kylo Ren, and Kylo Ren and the First Order, they come and attack Jakku village thing to get the piece of the map. But then little BB-8 runs away, and then Rey finds BB-8. What they do is they just go to this place, and this guy's like, 12 shillings. And then he closes his gate all the time. But then Poe Dameron is on the... What is he on? Is he on the planet? He is? Or he's on a ship. Poe Dameron is on a ship captured by the First Order. And then there's FN-2187. His name is Finn. He gets Poe Dameron out of the First Order's hands, and he takes him down to Jakku again. Poe Dameron just leaves him and crashes the ship, basically. And he just disappears the whole entire movie. No one knows how he got back, but that'll happen later. And so what they do is Finn's just like, and he's walking the desert, and then they go through the desert, and Poe leaves him his jacket, because, gotta keep warm out there in that desert. When he meets Rey, and he keeps on holding Rey's hand, and Rey's like, what the crap are you doing? I can walk without you holding my hand. He's like, I can't. And they're just running away from the First Order because the First Order is trying to get FN-2187. First, before I talk about that, we're going to discuss Captain Phasma, because for real, Disney, what the crap is that? Okay, Captain Phasma is just this weird lady, and she looks like a tin can. Well, for one, she's like, FN-2187, and then the second time she's in the garbage disposal, so there's that. And so they're running, and they find the Millennium Falcon in Jakku, and they take off, and then they get captured by another ship, and they think it's like the bad guys, so they hide in the bottom, and it's just like Han Solo, and then like everyone in the theater's just like, it's Han Solo! Who are you? And they're like, we thought you were the First Order. He's like, no. And then they take him through their like cargo ship Han Solo has, and there's like talking. He's like, so yeah, I have some Goblins on here, and they're like, Goblins. And Rey's like, what's Goblins? And Finn's like, ever heard of Sleigh Crash 94? No? Okay, good. These two gangs come. One's like Mexican and one's Scottish gang. And they're like, hey, Han Solo. And they owe him money for some reason because Han Solo's like a cheating guy or something. And so what they do is Rey and Finn hide down in the bottom of the ship. And BB-8 and Han Solo and the Wookiee, they stay up and they meet the gang. And they're like, should I use money? Blah, blah, blah. And then Rey's like, oh my gosh, I have a smart idea. If we just pull this thing out, it'll close the door. But then she pulls it out, and it opens the Goblin cages. And the Goblins, they chase them all around and stuff. It's really bad. And then, so Rey and Finn are running away from the Goblins, and Han Solo and the Wookiee just disappear for some reason. No one knows what happened to them. They probably died. You see all the other people die, like, instantly. The Goblins just grab them, and but when they grab Finn, they just decide to freaking drag him around the whole ship, I guess. And then Rey cuts off one of the arms to save Finn from the Goblin, and then they just decide to leave because they're all shooting at them. They take off in the Millennium Falcon out of the bay door, going light speed, and they go to this little like planet, and Rey's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know there's this much green in the whole entire world. And Snoop Dogg just pops on screen. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. They go down to this watering hole, and he's like, I know this water hole lady all my life. And this water hole lady, she's like 2,842 years old. Or something like that, and she has like really big eyes, just made by her glasses though. She must like not get very much sleep because there's so much indent. They meet her, and she's like, what do you guys want? And Finn's like, I want to run away from Captain Phasma. There's like those two people over there, and he just runs away kind of. And the Rey's like, no! And she's so depressed, she just walks down these stairs because that's what depressed people do. And they walk in the stairs, and they go through the door, and she opens this thing, and
Round 1. Fight!
it's Luke Skywalker's like,
Round 2. Fight!
Luke Skywalker's
Round 3. Fight!
lightsaber, and she grabs it, and she's like, oh my gosh, and she has this vision. And then she drops it, and then the old lady who runs the cantina comes down, and she's like, you should have this lightsaber, because it's calling to you. And she's like, no, and she runs to the forest because she's scared. And then when she's in the forest, the First Order come, and they attack, because they know BB-8 is there, and they need the map to Luke Skywalker. Kylo Ren goes off by himself to go find Rey in the forest, and they have like a little battle thing. I don't even remember how Rey survives. She just does because she's badass. The Republic, they help, and they come in on their X-Wings, and they shoot all down, and one of them is Poe Dameron. There he is again. And no one knows how he got back. He just like, he must have like superpowers, or a jetpack. Probably a jetpack. He just flies through space to his home planet. And they have X-Wings, and then the First Order comes, and then Leia, she comes down, and everyone's like, oh, Leia! And like, clap, 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 clap. So they win the battle, obviously, and then, I don't understand, because Han Solo had Chewie's bow, and like, Kylo Ren was walking back to his ship. Why didn't he just take the shot? He was by himself, but guess what? That would have ended the whole movie. They go to a different planet where the freaking Republic Resistance is camping out. And they're hiding, and it's just like the old base. I think it is the old base, actually. And they're hiding there, and Leia's like, okay, I got this plan. We're going to destroy this thing because there's an obvious weak spot, like every other freaking thing in every single freaking movie. Then they go attack, and they have this thing, and Han Solo is like walking on this bridge. I don't understand. Like, every freaking bad guy in Star Wars, they always have these big, huge base with like big, huge freaking floors that go down like 20 bajillion feet. And they have no railings, like freaking safety, guys. You learn when they go to the base that Kylo Ren is actually Ben Solo. So Kylo Ren is Han Solo's and Leia's son. So they're going to the one snowy ice planet. The snowy ice planet is the First Order's gun thing. It's like the Death Star, except like 200,000 times better. But it's kind of dumb because it's built on a planet just by one star, and they can only fire one shot. Like, they fired two! Where'd the first, like, sun come from? Nobody knows. Can't make stars. Well, in Hollywood. I guess you can. They go, and they try to take over the First Order, and they try to disable their freaking planet thing. But it already destroyed, like, 5 planets where the freaking Republic... It is the Republic. Is it? Is it? Is it the Republic? Or is it? Republic? Farmers? Only.com. Is they go, they destroy all the other planets, and then the Resistance comes in. And they're like, okay, guys, we're going to do exactly what we did, like Luke Skywalker did. We're just going to go in there, shoot some stuff, and blow it up. But first, before that, Han Solo and the Wookiee go in, and they're supposed to blow up the depositator. They place all these bombs. Han Solo's like, Ben! And he walks out to this thing with no railings, like 20 bajillion feet up in the air. And he's like, ugh, Father, I'm sorry. I love you. Dead, dead, dead. Fell into the pit of darkness. And that means Han Solo's dead forever. Lucasfilms said Han Solo's going to be in the next movie, so somehow. He's dead, though. And then, so what they do is they celebrate, and they have all this thing, and Chewie, and stuff. In the end, they win, and they destroy everything, and the First Order is gone. You think Kylo Ren is dead, but he's not really dead, probably not. And they go to a different planet, and Rey and Chewie, they fly the Millennium Falcon with BB-8. Wait, no, BB-8 says the Poe Dameron. And they fly all the way around. They follow the map to Luke Skywalker because R2-D2 just decided to come alive for some reason. Just right then. And then, what the frick? Why does C-3PO have a red arm? Answer me. Like, for real? That makes no sense. He's like, you probably didn't recognize him have a red arm, but I'm not going to tell you I got it. And so, because you see there, but it was kind of dumb. But anyway, he goes out, and they go, Rey and Chewie, they fly to where Luke is, and it's like freaking Ireland or something like that. They ride under their noses. Whoa, Ireland! That's because we're on Earth. We're living, breathing air. They go to Ireland. Let's call it Ireland. They go to Ireland, and he's sitting on this rock by himself with, like, no food, no other people, no entertainment, no animals. I don't even know how he lives. He's just like, and he has a cloak. He's like this. I'm going to reenact the scene. See if he turns the other way. And then Rey's like, here. And then they just do this helicopter shot. Like, it's like this. It's like, ready, guys? We're gonna go. Look how easy that was. And then, boom, credits, and everyone's like, because who the frick claps at movies?